Can we see some jazz hands? Come on, jazz hands. Babyface P doing jazz hands, rocking the Blue Line Bears. There you go. Very nice, very nice.
Not stolen.
Walter doing guns and jazz hands all together. Babyface says the Blue Line Bears is not stolen. And we are live. We are live. Welcome to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I am your host, Hank Strange. This is episode 323, Free for All Monday. And inside of Free for All Monday, red flag laws, de facto gun control. Are they de facto gun control? What do you guys think about that? We got red flag laws, all kinds of gun control trying to go into effect here in Florida. Republicans, surprise, Republicans are down to take our guns now. Who thought that would happen? I don't know. So we got that, a whole bunch of other things going on. There's Walter Keller, Safety Harbor.
Can I explain that whole thing in a couple words?
Sure. Go ahead, Walt.
M-O-N-E-Y.
M-O-N-E-Y. It's all about the Benjamins, as one of these congressmen was talking about recently.
Watch the shekels.
And had to apologize.
All about the shekels. Somebody, big money is pulling these people's, it's doing it. Big money.
Yeah. All about the Benjis.
Sponsors?
Yeah.
Oh, selling their soul to the gov.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah.
I know what they were pulling.
Yeah. There's Babyface Pete. He's joining us. You guys are joining us. Shout out to what is this project you got going on? What's that? Oh.
2 Glocks.
Look at that. 2 Glocks. Babyface Pete back in Florida.
Thank goodness. I'm trying to make a small 26. I think this is how it happens. Something like
you rub them together.
Yeah, and then a babby Glock is made.
You're gonna get the saw out and start sawing on it. Back in the old days,
to do that. He didn't want me to.
No, thank you.
Back in the old days, the only way you got a compact like 1911 or a long slide 1911 was you either chopped it off or you welded onto it. One or the other.
Yeah, chop it down, baby. Chop it down. By the way, speaking of chop down, I did get to shoot the P365 over the weekend. We'll talk about that here. The video is uploading as we speak. I think Lola's probably turning it on Patreon and Gunstreamer as we speak, so to speak. So we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll get into it. You guys let me know right now if you have a P365 out there, how it worked for you, good, bad, otherwise. Let me know. Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Should I shout out the people out there who've had no? Don't shout it. Okay, Babyface P says no shout, no soup for you.
That's right. I'm the shout out Nazi.
No recognition for you.
Yeah. So direct your comments to Babyface P at. Do you have a Babyface P email address yet?
No, thank goodness I don't.
hate at babyfaceP.com.
Yeah. He would just love that. He would totally enjoy that. So
that's what I'm about.
Yeah, he lives for that. He's a troll extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's mega level on troll or whatever it is.
Level.
He's Thanos of trolling.
Is that a new Marvel movie? Thanos of trolling.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to shout out people real quick then. The Archangel, Christopher Williams, Special K. I saw Special K posted on his social media, which, yes, I do follow people's social media. So if you want to be my friend, you can friend me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all those things. But Special K went shooting with his lovely wife, and looks like she got better groupings than he did. Anyone surprised at that?
Not at all. Women are better shooters.
Yep. The women's are awesome. I just wish you guys would carry guns more and shoot more. But yes, the women are naturally more awesome than us. So, yeah, and most things. Yeah, some things. Well, the men have to have something that they're good at. We're good at eating.
Oh hell yeah,
we're good at eating. We're good at breaking stuff. Just I don't know what else we're good at. So not all of us are good at fighting, really. So I don't want to say that. Let's see who else we got in here. Richard Hughes is here. Hey, would you blow me?
Oh, yeah.
Says happy Monday. Let's see who else we got. Flopping Garbage is here as well. I think I said the Archangel, but I say it again. Let's see. SoCal Gunner. Big Dickamus Willius.
Willie.
Big Dick Willie is
in the house.
Yeah. What is that? BDW? BDW is in the house. Jade Grew, Flopping Garbage. Let's see. Armament and Axes. Ridge Runner shouting us out. Knife is also here. David Serpa's here. Let's see who else we got. DCG 44's DCG 44 says he was watching a Forgotten Weapons videos and lost track of time.
Oh, which one are you watching?
That happens.
Sorry.
Yeah. Forgotten Weapons is one of those that you can go from video to video to video, and then 2 hours have passed, and you're like, whoa, what happened?
Vortex. Yeah, lost in the black hole.
I agree.
Okay, let's see. Greg98K, Vanessa Kitty, also here. There's lots of talk of food I see in the chat. Imposter here as well. Pixamite1. Let's see who else we got. Psycho 316, Jay Brennan.
Well, that's wild.
What happened? Well, Chris Bolus.
Something I see on the internet on the Instagram.
Okay. You're on Instagram? Okay. Yeah. Something wild?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sharing with the rest of the class this wild thing? Okay.
I think it's all glued on her, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, that looks like 3D. Let's see who else we got in here. Let's see. We got Bricks. We got Moo Butts.
Whoa.
James Lawson, Kathleen Music Lover, Mr. FNH, The Armsmen, James Miller, Weston Propes, John Dieter, Bragmo, the DOT 357. Shout out to everyone. Listen, as you guys are coming in, please smash the thumbs. Please share the videos. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure you ring the bell. I have no idea. I don't see any more on my screen how many people are actually watching us, but I know there's bound to be at least 2 or 3 people out there watching us. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. CB, Tango Hunter, let's see, Chihuahua Choker. Says Hater 8 is great. Kenny Van Cleve says, what's up, guys? RTS guy says, evening, everyone. Who else we got here? Tacos and French fries. Also here, Sam Rizdam, DC2 Mega Boosts. Jay Loafer, shout out to Jay Loafer's Disciple. Let's see who else we got here. Turbo 99 Miata, Michael Pro, John Baker, Brian Wyatt. Shout out to all those people. I think I got everyone. If I miss someone, let me know. I will be happy to shout that person out. Again, I see Buckeye Brian, Kevin Peterson, Boss Hog, Master Sergeant Poppy, Drew Cypher, Randy Peacock, Russell Cantrell. All those folks come in. Shout out to everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend out there. Babyface, how was your whole week, man? You were like
I'm so happy to be back. Week? It was a business trip down in Texas.
Okay. How was it? Good.
As well as business can go, it's, when you are the frontline soldier and you still have to do a full day's worth of like lectures and then still finish all the other work, it's just exhausting.
Oh, so you weren't like, you still had to work and do.
Yeah. As well as listen in and meet with Google people and all sorts of stuff. So it was exhausting, but it was overall, it was good.
Okay, cool.
Lots of really expensive drinks. It was a haze of booze and meeting people.
Okay, are you getting too old for that now?
I'm happy to be home. I am just a home person. Definitely a home person.
You didn't like being away from us. Tell us. We can handle it.
Yeah, it's boring traveling by yourself. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So happy to be back.
Yeah, next time you can take Walter.
Yeah, you want to come travel to Texas. By the way, Texas went from, when I got there, I don't know if anybody saw the post on Facebook, went from 80 degrees and muggy, like Florida, on Monday, and literally was snowing when I left on Friday. More sleet, less snow, but it was nuts.
Wow, that's nice. I haven't seen sleet in so long.
It was crazy. It was a little bit of sleet, a little bit of like hail almost. It's like little tiny ice balls. It was weird.
Yeah, like a what are those drinks that you used to be able to buy at the
little tiny ice balls? That sounds like something Neckbone would have.
Little tiny ice balls when it's real cold out. But no, it was weird. I don't think the last time I saw hail was when I was like, God, tiny, less than 10.
Yeah. Have we ever had hail in Florida?
Yes.
Oh, we have. Oh, on
Yeah,
the what
It's
circumstance?
rare though, I think.
And I have seen sleet like that in Florida too, actually, once.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've seen a light dusting. A light dusting.
That's about it,
Below
yeah.
freezing. Yeah.
But overall, it was a good trip. Texas is we went to Austin, which is the most hipster city in Texas, but it was still a pretty good. It was a nice trip.
Did you check out any guns while you were over there?
No, but we do need to do a talk about flying with guns because it was super, super easy. Now that I've gone through the process, we can tell everybody.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that should. You want to do it now? What do you need to fly with guns?
Sure.
Yeah.
You need your gun and you need to go fly. It's really easy. So like I flew Southwest. All you do is when you go to check in, a lot of people you'll check in on your phone, so you have like your boarding pass and everything. You go to the full service counter, so don't do the check-in counter at the airport. Do like the full service counter, and just tell them I'm flying with a firearm. They'll have you like for Southwest. They had me sign this little thing that I then put on top of my gun box. And then TSA regulations is you need a completely enclosed, lockable box. And they tell you the firearm needs to be unloaded and the ammunition should not be loose and rolling around. So you remember that box that I showed off from the NAA revolver that I got?
Yeah.
I thought I was never going to use. I ended up using that to fly with. It was perfect because it was
that's where your ammo was in? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I put the firearm and then my magazine and I locked it up. And I carried my pocket knife and everything too, and I locked it all in there. Because TSA is not allowed to go through it. So they can't steal anything. They couldn't steal my really nice pocket knife.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's really easy. You do the check-in. You tell them you have you tell them you're flying with a firearm. They'll have you sign something that they will put. When I was leaving Texas, they actually taped it to the top of my gun box. But going out from Tampa, they just kind of sat it in there. And then they walked me out of Tampa. They walked me to the TSA check-in. They ran my bag through the thing and told me have a good day. And then it was there when I picked it up.
What were the requirements of the box that you had that was locking?
No dimensions.
Which kind did you get?
Yeah, it was no dimensions. It just said a completely enclosed lockable box. So you could do like your SIG box and put a padlock on it or something.
Okay, so you can use like, for example, I've got this box here that we're gonna do for show and tell here. So like this SIG, if I could close this thing. So this SIG, what the heck? Crying out loud. Yeah, so this box right here is good enough.
If you're able to lock it, yeah. Like if you can put a lock around the handle to keep it locked, then that should work. Oh, it just needs to be fully enclosed and be able to have a lock on it.
I would use something a little heavier duty myself.
Yeah. I mean, it will work, but yeah, go for something a little nicer. The one I had was all steel. And
as far as the TSA going in it, they went in mine when I went to Las Vegas.
They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to do it without you being there.
Mm-hmm, without you being next to it.
When I got to Las Vegas, there was one of their TSA cards inside.
In the gun box itself?
In the box, yeah.
Wow, yeah, they're not supposed to. They can go into, like, they could still go into my suitcase. They just can't open the actual gun box itself.
Yeah, the lock I had on was one of those little TSA approved ones, and
yeah, never do a TSA.
Now, lock. next time around, I won't do that because then they have to come and get you, or they'll cut it off. I've heard stories of them cutting them off.
If I had the time, I would raise a stink about that, but I know you're busy.
Yeah, nothing was missing, right?
No, nothing was missing, but they're
not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The juice says TSA went in my pants, and I was there.
I'm sure they did.
They go in people's pants all the time.
I did have some barbecue. It was good. It was just I hate to say that it wasn't worth the travel, but I feel like here in Florida we can get good barbecue or just as good. But it was tasty. I went to Salt Lick. For anybody that knows Texas, I went to a place called Salt Lick, which is like a big time barbecue place there.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah, the whole thing of like having to go to specific locations for the best food, I don't believe that anymore. I think for the most part, food can be anywhere. You can get good food. It just depends on the chef.
There's different types of barbecue in different parts of the country, but whether it's so stupendous is debatable.
Yeah, Texas's was there. Like I had, I'll give them credit. Their brisket was really good. It was like, you know, slow smoked brisket, which was fantastic. But I mean, a lot of Texas guys or a lot of people talked it up like it was the best thing ever. And I'm like, I've had good barbecue in Florida, just as good.
Okay. So you're just not ready to move.
Oh, hell no. I'm not moving to Texas. Yeah, even though Texas would be probably North Carolina would be the first state I'd move to. Texas would be like the second.
Okay. All right. Walter, I think you and the family believe that you can't get beignets anywhere else other than Louisiana, right? It's not good.
Well, I mean, if they're made properly, you could get them anywhere. But what one place calls beignets and what really is two different things. So,
yeah.
You know, if you go to most places here and they say beignet, it's like, nah, that's not it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's like Zeppelis. I don't know if you guys even know what Zeppelis are.
Well, only from you. Yeah.
Yeah. Zeppelis are like, it's an Italian thing you can get in pizza restaurants, especially in New York City. Well, you used to be able to. I don't know if you can do it anymore. Basically, it's just fried dough with confectionery sugar.
That sounds amazing. It sounds like a beignet.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really, really, really good.
It all depends on the dough as to the outcome.
How it's done. Yeah. How it's done. Because I've seen people call things Zeppelis and it's not. So, you know.
Yeah.
And I see Jay Brendan says, yes, Hank. Michael Pro says it's a New York City thing. You know. So there you go. Someone says Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
It's all right. Okay, what's the best place to get beignets, Walter?
Well, we always go to a place called Morning Call.
Morning Call? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cafe Du Monde is down on the quarter.
Yeah.
And I'm not going down on the quarter with all the turistas to stand in line and.
Yeah. Do you notice how Walter gets very uppity about this? He's like,
that was hearing about standing in line. That was one of the things that people, like the locals, every time I took an Uber, they'd tell you like, oh, avoid this one well-known barbecue joint because you literally have to stand in line all day, and they only have so much food. So if you're like at the back of the line by lunchtime, you won't get anything. Like it's crazy.
That happens. That happens in places.
But looks like Michael Bender picked him up a Remington Rand 1911 A1.
Oh really? Uh-oh. Congratulations.
Oh, hey, I'm speaking of 1911s. I don't mean to change the subject. A friend down here who put in for one of the CMP guns didn't realize that they were $800.
Uh-oh.
So when he actually got a phone call.
Oh, you got to show us your food. Shout out.
Is it always pizza?
Spencer.
No.
Yeah, poor Spencer, man. Like Spencer just comes in and goes,
feeds Walter, and then
here's your food. We gotta go, and he's out. He doesn't even wave at us anymore. Just in and out.
He's going back to eat. You got priorities. You
know? Yeah, we're slowing him down. Yeah. So you were saying about
a friend gets the call. He put in an application. It's funny. He put his application in right at the very end, and I put mine in right in the very beginning. I got no call at all. Nothing. Zero.
Random.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then so they call him, and he didn't realize they were $800, and he said no. Now my dad's been doing some gun shows down there. He's telling them the 1911s like that are going, run of the mill ones are going for like $1,200.
It doesn't surprise me.
So he could have easily bought it and probably flipped it.
Yeah. So how much did he think this 1911 was going to be? Like 200, 3, 4?
He told me the story, but way back when he didn't buy one for 200.
This guy just doesn't sound smart, Walter.
Yeah, I don't think people see if someone can remember what the price used to be,
well,
then they'll never want to buy it. It's like the people who claim they remember when AKs were $75.
Ugh.
I got news for you, they never were.
Yeah, that's what you say. I believe you, Walter.
Like I said, cheapest I ever saw, I think, for an AK was in quantity was like $149, I think. So.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that was a kit. Maybe you can get
maybe. Yeah, we bought $75 kits that now are close to $500. Yeah.
Yeah. Those days are over, people. Inflation.
But you know what he should have done? I wish he would have called me and said, hey, Walt, hit me up. And I would have probably said, sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then,
could have flipped it.
But I was on the CMP website today because my dad wants to go to Anniston and go to the store there and get an M1 Garand or two. and they said all the 8,000 are already gone.
Wow.
The first 8,000 1911s.
Yeah, so these were these all Colts, or what were these?
Well, they're all military ones. They could be Colt, and they could be
Remington Rand. Or,
the ones that are collectible or the real nice ones aren't. They're going to be auctioned. But so it's still. I mean, okay, yeah, it's not $200. It's not $500, but really, in the big scheme of things, if you want a military gun, it's really not that bad. So.
Yeah, Screaming Skull Saloon says people are confusing SKSs for AKs.
Yeah, I think
SKSs were cheap.
I bought used SKSs one time for like $49.
The people that I'm about to say this, and maybe some people will get mad, but the people that tell you that they bought AKs for $100 or for $50 back in the day are the ones that tell you that suppressors are illegal. just a guess.
Chris Williams wants to know what watch I'm wearing. This is the Glycine. Right there. So the Glycine something. Combat. The Glycine Combat. There you go.
Was that one of the ones you got from Watch Gang?
No, No. I bought this from Joma's shop, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah, it's automatic, and it's got the date. So yeah.
Hey, so my birthday's coming up. Why don't you give me that black one that you have that Lola bought you a couple years ago?
I don't think so.
My birthday's coming up too.
Because that one, so Jack, have you heard of the TV show Jack Ryan on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's rocking one of those Hamiltons in the show.
Is he really?
Yeah.
You see, I'm gonna look it up. Hamilton.
So that's the that you'll never get one now.
Yeah, unboxing the Hamilton Khaki Field Auto Chrono.
Yes.
Jack Ryan. Yeah, I liked it. I think it looks sharp. I would love to get one.
Yeah, I'll sell you mine for $2,000.
Yeah, collectible. Now that Jack Ryan wears it.
Yeah,
I want that.
I promise you, Jack Ryan actually wore mine. Mine was one of the stunt watches.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still want the Black Bay Bronze Tudor as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty says she's buying a Luminox. Those are tough.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what else is going on here. It's raining birthdays. Is it anyone's birthday out there? And Simpson Road Larry says he paid $75 for his SKS.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, I bought used ones one time for $49. They weren't real pretty. The stocks weren't real pretty, but they all worked.
Yeah,
you know.
And YNH says watch just slows your draw. I think that depends on what hand you're drawing. I don't draw with this hand for sure. So, I don't know.
There's a move you can do to like strengthen that draw hand.
Yeah, just lots of
that'll get you ready.
You can go this way. This is the cow.
No comment.
Walter, you're not getting in on that. Walter's eating it. Look at Walter. Walter's like, yeah, I'm not letting.
I'm gonna eat my pizza.
I'm gonna eat my pizza. I got no time for you and your nonsense. Okay. All right. Listen, let's get to, because what I did was I kind of like held off on some of these news things because I didn't
want to get me going.
Yeah, because Babyface gets all riled up in the before this thing. If you guys are not allowed to know about the before chat. But because it gets pretty crazy, and then when we actually do the show, he forgets about everything. So here we go. I just shared one of the things I want to talk about in the news. So this is the truth about guns. The headline is Florida's semi-auto rifle ban amendment gaining ground with Republican donors' support. What? And this is from our friend Luis Valdez. Shout out to him. He says, as we reported earlier, there is a push to pass an assault weapons ban in Florida via a ballot initiative to amend the state constitution. This is being spearheaded by Ban Assault Weapons Now, BAWN, or BON. Crazy. A bipartisan group of gun grabbers made up of Republican and Democrat authoritarians who want to see law-abiding Floridians disarmed. Now their effort is gaining political ground and financial support. Republican Party bigwig donor Al Hoffman has joined the fray after Parkland. He announced that he wouldn't support any Republican candidate unless they back gun control. Republican officials like Rep. Brian Mast folded like a cheap suit.
So what didn't I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the old guy.
That money. That's what you said.
It's all about the shekels, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because most of these politicians don't have any of their own.
Yeah.
So in order to do anything to keep that chintzy ass position with free healthcare, they got to take money from the devil. So
it's ridiculous.
And give and sign away all their beliefs. So
yeah, you know, I think there's just an apathy going on right now with the pro Second Amendment supporters in Florida and around the country, for that matter. These guys are gaining strength, so people think a lot of this is ridiculous. It won't happen. This is what happens when you're not paying attention, you know, and everyone's having a good old time. The other article that I just threw up here, this is from Fox 35. There's a bunch of these out there though. Gun seizures spike nationally as states pass laws aimed at curbing mass shootings. So that's what the title of this is about. Courts are issuing an unprecedented number of orders to seize firearms from people they deem to be mentally ill or threats to others, following a rash of state-level legislation aimed at curbing mass shootings across the country. Even as conservatives sound the alarm about potential Second Amendment violations, supporters sometimes across party lines, Republicans, not just Democrats, say these red flag laws are among the most promising tool to reduce the nearly 40,000 suicides and homicides by firearm each year in the country. I think we're seeing a building consensus in the blue states and red states that is a good way to balance public safety against people's Second Amendment rights. Jaron Lindbaum, a representative of the activist group Washington Ceasefire, told Fox News. So 9 states have passed laws over the past year allowing police or household members to seek court orders requiring people deemed threatening to temporarily surrender their guns, bringing the total to 14. Several more are likely to follow in the months ahead. And we were talking about this last week with Pincus.
Yeah, I can't believe he was kind of.
Pincus is on board.
I know he's doing the mental health angle, but.
Yeah, I know Pincus and some other guys are doing a mental health thing that's out there. I think is it Walk the Talk or something like that he was talking about. And I'm not saying he's all the way on board, but it sounded like he was, you know, pretty.
I don't think there's an issue with mental health check-ins, but I don't know specifically what he was doing. What was
I think
like
you'll
what's
find
part of?
Most of these people that have committed some of these acts were already on the radar before they did it.
Yeah.
And nobody did anything to stop it. Now, so if you know somebody's a nut job or has been threatening people, you don't need a new law to go do that stuff. You can do it without the laws that exist right now.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Pincus. You guys can actually go listen to last week's show and hear exactly, I believe it was on Friday. You can hear exactly what he had to say. I know that what we countered was that, hey, these laws are making it really easy for a lot of people to lose their guns, but not so easy for them to get it back.
No.
You know, who's helping them get a lawyer and all that kind of stuff and fight this in court. It comes across as, you know, anyone could target you, just like people SWAT people, but, you know, in other words, by calling the police or SWAT departments to go check up on you. So, you know, it's one of those things that I think we have to be very careful making this easy. You know, there's one thing to help out folks that have that do have issues out there, but like really classifying someone with mental problems, that's, you know, I think that's too easy nowadays. So
yeah,
we had this discussion. We had it. You guys can go check it out. I don't want to speak for him if he's not here. We could always get him to come back on, and, you know, we could all go in. You know, you'll find a big part of that thing. The news in the conversation with Pincus is that he got divorced, unfortunately, for the 4th time. He's out there. He's out there looking for wife number 5 right now.
Man, it's like, if the 4th doesn't work, maybe it's time to hang up the rings.
Fembots.
Yeah, they're coming out. There's a brothel that's opening, right? Did you see that article about the fembot brothel that somebody's trying to open?
So
yeah, I think they've been trying to open those for a while. Go ahead, Walt.
So who built the cleaning machine?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that has to be the worst job in the country, if not the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, you guys, if you're really interested in what Pincus had to say, I think the best thing is to go back and see what he was talking about. I think he's part of an organization that's trying to help people that do have mental issues. That's, that's one thing. But I think the red flag laws out there are dangerous.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's a noble thing because everybody goes through tough times. I know I have, and there's nothing wrong with getting help and having somebody give you help. But the red flag laws, and if anybody's, the long-term fans will know that my opinion's changed on this a little over time because when they first got announced, I was on the fence. I really have an opinion, but the big thing is at the moment, there is no due process with red flag laws, and that's
there's all this stuff to take things away, but there's not all this stuff to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And once these as you can see from these different I say this here, I guess you were just out in Texas, but that Houston police chief says we need more gun laws, basically. So it's like, so if you start dealing with people in those areas that think we need, no guns, you're going to play hell getting your shit back. Mm-hmm. Sorry, because not only whether it's one gun or 100 guns, you're going to have a hard time getting it back from these politicians and bureaucrats.
They'll never get it back. It will never come back.
And if you have a valuable collection, which a lot of people do, they're going to sit in some warehouse rusting.
Mm-hmm.
While they argue with you about, well, and you get evaluated 10 times, so that's my feeling about it.
Yeah. And then I think there's already been at least one death with police officers going to see someone's guns.
Mm-hmm. They try to do a no-knock at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yeah. So, I think that we have to be really careful with all these things. There's already stuff in place. People just need to follow. Like, this is what we're doing instead of the FBI explaining why in Parkland they never checked up on that kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't look behind him. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Just keep focusing on your gun laws.
Yeah. So, and then, someone just sent me something. There's a lot of background check bills out there. So basically what people want is like every gun transaction has to go through a background check. Yeah, that's also bullshit in my opinion.
My personal property is my freaking personal property.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you fucking assholes think. It's mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not going to go to a dealer, and even though I am a dealer, I'm not going to go, and I don't want people coming to me. It turns into one of these big cluster fucks. Sorry, getting me wound up, not babyface. And I could charge for that. You could charge $50 and people have to do do this thing, but that's just not right.
It's going to be extra. It's one thing that's going to be extra taxes. I know when I talk to people about that here in Florida, I had this conversation in the barbershop one time where this guy was saying, oh yeah, we do need to do something. He was a gun guy. He had guns and he was like, yeah, we need to do something. We should do background checks. I was like, dude, there's already background checks. What these people are talking about is if you know the barber, if you guys have known each other your whole lives, you went to school together, but he wants to sell you a gun, now you guys have to go to someone like me and do a background check, which I'm going to charge you for.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do that? And he was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Oh,
no. By the way, Ashley, a gun streamer, says, tell him, Walter.
And another thing, too, think about this. Okay, your grandpa or somebody in your family's had something from the 60s, right? He bought it. Back then, there was no background check. There was hardly any records. Now that gun enters the system again. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They want everything in the system. Once you put it in the system, then it's easier to take it away from you.
Yeah. Patrick, this is how you know Walter's mad. He misses a compliment from a beautiful young lady.
That's right.
That's how you know he's mad.
Who did? Who complimented me?
Ashley, a gun streamer.
Yeah. Bless her heart. Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley. But Walter is fired up. Yeah, go ahead, Walter. Sorry.
Yeah. So, just resist all this background check stuff. Okay. You don't need that stuff. It's not going to stop anything. The people that are doing this stuff, 9 times out of 10, buy the stuff legally already and do a background check.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. What are you going to do afterwards after they already have their legal background check?
There are two things. This isn't Minority Report. You're not a criminal until you're a criminal. Unfortunately, you're not until you do something wrong. You're not a criminal. And that's the way it works. And then the other part of that is a criminal by nature doesn't give a shit about your laws and your rules. They're just gonna ignore it.
Alex Capiza says dealers could just start charging a penny for the checks.
It's not going to happen.
They're not going to do that.
Well, but also that's your time. Like if someone comes into Walter's store, or even for me, if someone, like I have an FFL, if I've got to stop making videos for you guys and doing whatever I'm doing to background check someone, I think that's probably my time is worth more than a penny. And then that's going
to put more people into that system.
Yeah. And you still have to pay a processing fee, by the way. The government gets a processing fee.
It's $5 every time.
Yeah, so it can't be a penny.
But Florida's Florida's been on the one of the first states to have a background system, and they have their own system. They don't do the NICS thing, thank God. But they may have bounced off it, but as far as I know, Florida has their own system. But if you're going to throw even more people into that clusterfuck, no.
Yeah. By the way, Ashley Walter says, Walter, you're saying I can't say it as nicely as Ashley, but she says, Walter, you're saying the same exact words I say. It gets me fired up too. So
it's ridiculous.
You met Ashley. We should get Ashley to come on the next time we're talking to Gunstreamer.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
I don't know why we need Austin or anyone else over from.
I'm the same way about selling cars and doing all that stuff. It's my shit. I shouldn't be taxed. You know, they want to tax
that's going to happen.
Yeah, you want to hear about an adult moment I had not a couple months ago, 6 months ago.
You didn't have your Pampers on.
Never realized. I went and sold my Mustang to a friend of ours.
Okay.
And had no idea that when you go to register the car, they tax you. They tax you on it. I was like, are you serious? I've never bought a car, so I've never had to go through the registration process. But it's like I've already paid the sales tax to the guy when I bought the car the first time. Why does this guy have to pay sales tax? It's crazy.
No, that's how.
Or not sales tax, city, like all the city taxes.
Yeah, when you go register in Florida, that they collect those taxes, baby.
Yeah. So of course we didn't flub the numbers. That'd be illegal.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do anything
it's
illegal.
Stupid. No. That's just crazy. Talk about double dipping.
There's a lot of stuff, but Florida doesn't have state taxes, so they have other taxes to collect taxes on because people will still need taxes. So. I'm all for like one tax,
Well, well, there's lots of different schemes, but you'll never see that happen because it takes everybody's fingers out of the pie. They don't get to play with all the stuff. So,
yeah, that's the thing. Taxes, man. That's how you fund everything. And by the way, remember this, guys. Like people who think it's no big deal. Remember, we talked about this last year when the NRA opened this door to all this crap. Remember, this is everything we're dealing with now. This flurry of laws and all that is all based on the three-dimensional chess that the NRA was playing, right? And if you remember when we were talking about this last year, we talked about how the ATF would like to increase all these fees. Do you guys remember that? I don't think that anybody, I don't know, maybe we just overshadow them, but I don't know that any of the people that watch our show are pro NRA to an extent, but I think everybody here realizes that the NRA does everything just to get money. I'm fairly certain. If you don't realize that, the NRA loves this shit to happen because then they send out pamphlets and flyers saying, hey, they're trying to infringe on your stuff. Why don't you send us more money?
Yeah.
So if you don't realize that, I'm sorry, I just burst that bubble for you.
That's how they get to fly around in the corporate jets. And,
they don't actually do anything. Well, they
get the memos and the hookers and blow.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Meanwhile, they say they don't believe in machine guns, but I see lots of machine guns. I'm pretty sure I've looked at NRA TV and seen machine guns.
The NRA is the typical FUDs on one side and politicians on the other that don't care about the average person.
Yeah. Flopping Garbage says, I don't get it. You're not a retailer, babyface.
I'm not sure what I said that would make sense.
Oh, I think they're talking about the tax on the car. No, because...
Yeah, no, that's exactly. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter.
He sold the car to someone. That young man went to get registration.
And you have
Florida
to pay tax.
taxes you.
You have to pay tax on whatever I charged him for it. It's
insane.
Insane.
That's how it goes down here. Yeah, that's how it goes down here.
Is it just me, or should secondhand goods have no tax? Like,
I think I agree with you on that, but you're not going to get the state of Florida to change on that one.
No.
You know, I'm not saying they should change, but yeah. Good luck undoing anything that's done in Florida. Just like all this gun control we have, and there's guys out there trying to undo it, and then Republicans are blocking them, because they don't have any intent of ever undoing everything. As a matter of fact, Republicans right now, as we're talking about here in the news, are trying to figure out how to put more like assault weapons. I don't know what they're talking about, assault weapons, but they're trying to ban other things.
Don't you have assault weapon behind you?
I do somewhere. Oh, it's over there.
You got the assault weapon there somewhere?
Yeah.
For killing flies?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll get it for you guys.
You got to go get his assault weapon. And if nobody's ever used one of these assault weapons, they actually work really well. They're pretty awesome.
Boom.
Oh, there it is. There's your assault weapon.
Yeah, it's an assault weapon that I jacked. I actually jacked this from Tony.
The thing actually works pretty well. I like it.
No one tell Tony that I have his assault weapon right here. And it's still loaded.
Yeah.
This one's it needs to be reloaded with some salt. So this actually poofs out salt. A lot like Nancy Pelosi.
She's pooping out dust.
Oh God.
She's probably doing more than pooping.
Yeah.
I just saw something on the Firearms blog that kind of set me back.
What's up?
India is set to buy 95,000 .556 carbines from Curacao.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
And then the other day they said they were buying SIG rifles also.
I did see the SIG buyout.
Oh, India's getting ready. We always thought that robot invasion was coming from Japan. I think the Indians might be getting ready.
The Indians had their indigenous rifle they designed and built, which is kind of a mixture of an AK and an FAL. And for some reason, they could just never get it. It just didn't run like it was supposed to. And constantly having problems and things like that. So they tried to do another indigenous design, and it just wasn't going.
What was that called? Do you remember?
The IMAS or AMAS or something like that. But now they're, I guess, like I said, I saw that they're buying SIGs, like 75,000 SIGs, and now they're buying 95,000 Curacao, basically M16s or M4s or whatever you want to call them. So I guess they've given up on that indigenous stuff and going right to the, save some time, I guess.
They're not really weapons producers. As far as I know, they've never really been weapons makers.
Yeah. I think they probably. You think they should have maybe tried? What was that thing? The Daewoo the K2.
K2. That's the one from
Daewoo.
Yeah.
Well,
the Max. Is it the Max 2? I have one. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me right now.
I don't know it offhand, but I mean,
the Daewoo. I think it's the Daewoo.
Most of those are pretty outdated at this point, aren't they?
No, the
Koreans still use
AR magazine. Yeah, it uses AR magazines. It's
INSAS rifle. That's the.
Oh, okay.
INSAS.
Yeah. I hope
let me look this up.
This is what they make, or is this the one that they?
That's what they made. That was indigenously created.
Kind of cool looking.
I hope they sell them off and they end up as parts.
Yeah.
Is it a bullpup? Let me see.
No, it's a full-size rifle, but it looks like an FAL mixed with an AK. It's weird.
Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah, I would.
I like the carry handle.
So yes, I think they need to turn them into parts kits and ship them here.
Oh, that's cool.
IR change. So Hank just linked this. ITAR changes set to ease burden on FFLs. What ITAR changes are coming down the pike?
Yeah, they're lessening the ITAR stuff.
Yeah, so this looks like the administration put this out. It says, in a document labeled only for state internal use reviewed by NBC News, the U.S. Department of State is finally set to make regulatory changes to the International Traffic of Arms Regulations, ITAR. For small arms, the ITAR changes will ease the burden on the firearms industry by placing some common small arms like semi-automatic rifles under the control of the Department of Commerce Export Administration regulations, EAR. instead of the State Department U.S. munitions list USML.
No, I don't think that's going to help. I don't think it's going to help us much.
Walter says it's good. Why do you think it's good, Walter? You're more likely to be.
First thing, everybody that does manufacturing or gunsmithing or anything is supposed to be ITAR registered.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like $2,400 a year.
That's not changing though.
Yeah, they do. They're going to lessen the amount. They're probably going to. Technically, the only people who should be registered with ITAR are the people that are exporting stuff. Because if you're not exporting anything, you're not doing any trade internationally.
Fully automatic weapons and other weapons controlled with a national firearm will remain under the USML. So there's no specifics as to what's changing here.
They've been looking at this for a while. So they've been looking at it for a while. This is just proof that it's going to happen. But they've been looking at easing these rules.
And that was going on during Obama, by the way, too. So.
Yeah. So, good thing, right? Good thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Anything to make it easier to be more competitive on the international market.
Okay.
That's really true. I don't know of. You always hear of companies like SIG and FN and companies like that are widely. They're massive companies doing massive market selling to like all sorts of countries, but the small everyday shop that makes stuff here in the States, I don't think most of them sell. Most of them are focused on like commercial market. Very few are on actually like shipping stuff outside the country.
Well, say if I wanted to ship 100 stocks to a country in Europe, I have to apply for an export permit.
And does that cost you outside of your yearly fee that you pay?
Well, there's gonna be a fee for it. Plus, there's a time to figure it all that monkey business out. And
so it's gonna in the grand scheme of things, it's gonna cost twice as much per item to ship it out than it would be just to sell it stateside.
I don't know if it's twice, but still, I mean,
it's gonna be expensive.
It's stuff that you really shouldn't have to. Some of the stuff is so nitpicky and small. Even technically to ship one stock out, you should have export permit. So why is that? I mean, it's just
they need their money.
Well, I know why it is because it controls who's doing what.
Yeah,
who's making the money? That's what it's about.
Man, every tax is a gate. Every tax is a control. On things. Well, I mean, go ahead.
If you don't know how to fill the paperwork out or where to send it to, or who to, this, that, and the other, it becomes a major pain in the butt trying to figure it out. Because you call these places, like you call the State Department, start asking questions. They're not the most friendly people, by the way.
Really?
And they act like you're bothering them.
Because you are, man. They just want to get that government money.
Well, one time, years ago, I asked about exporting AR stuff to Germany, and the guy on the other side of the phone said, "Well, why would you want to do that?"
Because it's my business. That's what I do.
Because I want to feed my children.
It ain't your stupid bureaucratic ass to ask me these questions. Just tell me what I need to do and what form I need to fill out.
Yeah.
Not question me on my reasoning for doing it. Oh, the Germany is a transshipment company. I said, I don't give what Germany is.
Yeah. By the way, someone wants me to shout them out real quick. Shout out to Connie Lingus. Shout out to Connie Lingus out there. Hashtag Hank shout me out.
What an unusual name. I wonder where the
shout out to Connie.
I wonder the etymology of Lingus, where that comes from. Is it a Dutch? Is that a Dutch last name?
Linger? Maybe it's to linger. Maybe it has to do with werewolves or something.
It might. Yeah, it's definitely a Eastern European.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think Walter's gotten it yet. You got to look at the name, Walter.
Well,
yeah, you got it. Okay, I don't know if you guys want to talk about that that thing. I just
hell yeah! There. I love seeing justice served.
You want to cover this one?
I'm a sadistic piece of shit. So for anybody out there, I love seeing justice served. Florida homeowner shoots, kills pair of armed intruders who held his mother hostage. Great.
Good.
Wow.
Yep.
There are the gene pool, and secondly, there are the legal system.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Right.
That is the answer.
Don't try to hold people hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they know this was Florida, by the way?
Real quick, Psycho 316 says it's Romanian. It means oral storyteller. That's a good one. A dramatic 911 call tells the story of Brevard County, Florida. A man who faced down a pair of intruders. The two calls them goblins. The two goblins pointed a gun.
Okay, that's the weird part to this story.
I don't know why you call them goblins. It's weird.
Yeah, this is how I don't know. There's some people that would not like the naming. You know, I don't know. I don't feel sorry for these guys here. These are obviously two black guys. So
Alvin Smalls and Amir Len.
Yeah, so these are two black guys, and the writer of this, John Bosch, calls them goblins. I'm sure there's going to be someone weird.
It's such a weird thing to call somebody.
Yeah, I think, you know, listen, I think there's some people that people get easily offended nowadays. There might be some people that get offended.
Everybody gets offended by you breathing wrong.
Yeah, stay out of people's houses.
So here's the real question. What did he use?
Let's see.
Been shot and killed by a homeowner in Titusville home invasion Thursday have been identified as Alvin Smalls and Amir Rashad Lynch.
Well, obviously it wasn't an AK or an AR-15.
Yeah, you think they would have said that probably.
It would have been all over the frickin' place.
Man. I don't think they say in here.
Grabbed a gun to defend himself and shot the intruders.
Good on you. That's a hell of a shot.
And they were holding his mother at gunpoint. Wow.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
So let me see.
There's nothing here that says what kind of gun it was.
Lynn's mother arrived at the scene soon afterwards, crying and saying that Irv couldn't have been her son. He was a good boy.
He was a good boy.
that second half was not in the article. I just made that up. But
but you say that and laugh, but that's what they say.
It's always like that. Oh, he was a good boy.
Please teach your children not to try to rob people in their homes. Don't break into people's homes.
Obviously, we have mugshots of these two outstanding citizens already on file. So that goes to tell you something that maybe they had some issues.
Yeah. Absolument.
I just can't believe it.
Yeah. So let's see. Here's another one that I really wanted to. By the way, shout out to Sarge from C4 Defense. I see he's in the chat there. Shout out to him.
That's a hell of a defense, by the way. C4 Defense? I mean,
yeah.
He had to walk through a door and then boom, you're done. That's a hell of a home defense.
Yeah, that's a good name. It's a good name. Okay, so check out this article if you guys can check this out, because I think this is interesting, and I want to see how long it takes before you guys figure out exactly why. There's lots of reasons why I like this article, but I want to see you guys.
You're gonna love
this article.
You're gonna love it. Okay.
Okay. So do you want to read the headline, Patrick? Go ahead.
Florida school hires 2 former combat veterans to take down active shooters, and there's a picture below that.
Yeah, bravo to them, by the way, for hiring some guys.
Yeah, totally.
Schools.
So there's a couple things in this picture that are awesome, by the way. Besides the obvious, do you see the Star Wars logo behind him on the wall?
Is that what that is?
It's the Jedi logo, or what's it called? The Rebellion logo on the on the wall behind him. But there's also a rifle.
Yeah.
But
so let's
boo, look at the magazines he's carrying. Boo.
Yeah. So okay. So by the end of February, the students at Manatee School for the Arts in Palmetto, Florida, will see 2 former combat veterans in body armor roaming the grounds, each carrying a 9mm Glock handgun and a semi-automatic rifle with a 17-inch barrel. Would you like to guess what that rifle is?
It's a long gun. It's got to be a SCAR.
It's a bullpup. It's a bullpup. It's a bullpup. It's actually the Keltec RDB.
The magazines that are on his belt will give you a hint at what kind of Glock pistol he's carrying.
Is that
potentially the worst Glock ever made?
In your opinion?
Yeah. 19X magazines are on his belt.
Oh, is that what it is? The 19X?
Yeah, those tan mags are 19X.
Oh,
mags.
right. Okay. Yeah. So, if an armed intruder were to enter the campus, we're not looking for a fair fight, Bill Jones, the principal said in an interview. We're looking at an overwhelming advantage.
Of course. Do you think anybody is going to go to that school thinking I'm ready for a fight? No, they're going to go to
fight.
They're going to go down the street 30 minutes and go to the next school. They're not going to want to mess with that school. That's the armed school. Come on.
Yeah.
Fair fight.
Unfortunately, they put these two things together. I think this part of that horrible bill that passed last year, this part of it was good. I wish they would have just separated these things, you know? So, and the reason why Democrats were happy to do that, because commingling these two things is going to make it very difficult to unmingle and obviously overturn the bill, right? Because people are going to want to keep this but get rid of other things, so it's going to get crazy. So, but that's cool. Yeah. So those guys, the folks at Kel-Tec must be proud, because these dudes are rocking the Kel-Tec RDB, and as Babyface says, 19X. For what reason? You know,
that's some real firepower right there. That's pretty awesome on them.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That doesn't bother me at all. At all. So that was good news.
And you know, where was this located? Was this in Florida? This is here in Florida.
Yeah,
it's
Manatee.
Other side of Tampa Bay.
So they're using rifles from a Florida company. That's even better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Now in there, they should. I hope they have like a 50 somewhere, Walter. I don't know.
A gold Desert Eagle hidden in a lockbox. Oh, you mean a rifle?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What other gun stuff do we have going on here of note? I'm trying to catch up on all the gun stuff. This is interesting that I saw from Fox Business here. I'll throw this up so you guys can look at it. This is actually some words from an executive of Smith & Wesson. I'll put this up so you guys can see it. Let's see. I'll read this here. So Smith & Wesson, reputation amongst gun supporters is main concern. Democrats and gun control advocates are renewing a push for stricter regulations on the industry, but for one top firearms manufacturer, concerns over that looming effort pale in comparison to the need to maintain support amongst Second Amendment backers. Alienating backers would cause the greatest reputation and financial harm to American Outdoors Brand Corp., the manufacturer disclosed in a federal filing on Friday. The overriding factor mitigating the effectiveness of gun control groups to damage the reputations of those in the firearm business is the passion and strength of firearm owners in defending their rights at the ballot box, in the course of legislative debates, and in the marketplace, Smith & Wesson's parent company wrote.
So,
yes.
So basically, they're saying they realize that if they don't get out there and support the Second Amendment, they're gonna feel it.
Absolutely. At least somebody's realizing it.
That's interesting. I mean, you don't often hear that kind of stuff from these people, right?
So. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they play their cards pretty close. Most big corporations. I mean, we saw that from your walk around SHOT Show. Most of the big companies aren't willing to talk about it on camera.
Yeah. So for some reason,
because they have a PR person or whatever. But
yeah. So it seems like Smith & Wesson is willing to get out and say that. That's not bad.
Smith & Wesson makes the best production revolver on the market at the moment. Can I say that? The 686, they never stopped making a good 357 Magnum revolver, where Colt fell by the wayside with their Python. So I like
Babyface become the revolver aficionado.
Oh man, I like Smiths.
Okay. And the Michael Bender says Hank Strange Walther is going to reissue the PPK-S.
Which is that one?
I have no idea. Connie Lingus says not a Glock fan, but not a hater either.
The PPK-S is the one that that 007 carried, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Walther PPK-S. What caliber
is it? Saying it then got Walter screwed over. What? It's Walther.
Yeah.
Walther, not
elegant and precise. Yeah.
Everybody needs a good suit.
The model in this thing, when I look it up, looks a little bit too sweet to be James Bondish. James Bond should be a rogue. A rogue. What caliber is this?
380.
380. Okay. What do you think about that, Walter?
Walter doesn't mind a Walther.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you've got a couple of Walthers, right?
I don't have any Walthers.
No? No? Oh, okay.
I've had one in the past. That was a the TPH, which was a 22.
Okay.
But, I no longer own that. So.
Oh, okay. You only like the 22s.
No. I mean, they're all cool. Walther, nothing wrong with the Walther. I have some Eastern Bloc like Hungarian FEGs, which are Walther knockoffs. But no, that's cool. More the merrier. Start making them guns, man.
Yeah. Crank it, as Soldier Boy would say.
Yep.
Crank that.
And they're not going to be cheap, so don't expect a cheap Walther. They're not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
So did you see? Okay, this is Principal Bill Jones. Armed intruders in my school will be shot and killed.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the same manatee. This is the article from the same manatee school.
Oh, okay.
No.
Should an armed intruder ever get onto the campus of Manatee School for the Arts in Palmetto, they will not have a fair fight on their hands. According to Principal Bill Jones, we met with swift, overwhelming, and deadly force by guards carrying semi-automatic rifles.
Good.
If someone walks onto the campus, they're going to be shot and killed.
FYI.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to talk with them. We're not going to negotiate. We're going to put them down as quickly as possible. Okay. Not everyone who walks on the campus, but someone who tries to come on the campus to cause problems, I'm going to assume.
Yep.
Is the meaning of that. Yeah. Because, you might be walking on the campus because you're thinking about enrolling your kid.
Okay, you're taking it to the other.
Yeah. No, okay. I'm just parsing it.
Yeah. And that's a typical, I hate to say it, media thing too. So,
yeah. So I'm sure that he didn't mean that he was going to get anyone who walked on there, but
Let's see.
Eric Hammond linked us this article that I just put in there from Bearing Arms. Hilarious Venezuelan training video seeks to, quote, intimidate U.S. military. Have you seen this?
It's so funny.
Oh my God, I gotta look at this.
So it's about halfway down the article. They have the actual video. And they say right below it, because I was like, no. I watched part of it after he linked it. I'm like, no. It can't be. But it's not a comedy. It's actually serious. And it's terrible.
So the Venezuelans?
Oh, we need to talk about that too. Yeah. Did you guys talk about the UCF student that had a machine gun in his car?
He had a drop-in auto sear that he made, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he had a bump fire stock.
And then he said, when they asked him why he did that, he said, because they don't like laws.
Nobody does. Okay, I can't get this to play for some reason. This video.
There's a little play button next to it. You press that.
I've pressed it.
Did you guys see the latest from Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd?
Oh, what's he doing now?
Well, his last, I guess I saw it. Some reporter questioned him about something he said about, and he said, if you basically mess with us, we're going to shoot you. I mean, you mess
sounds about right.
You mess with the police, you're gonna get shot.
And what was this in reference to?
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd.
Oh, okay.
He says exactly what's on his mind. He don't parse words. There's no political correctness. There's no nothing, Basically, he said if you fuck with the sheriff, you're going to die. So if you pull a gun out, you're going to get shot. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good day. So, but, the leftists don't like that type of attitude. They're like, oh, my God, well, he come from a bad house or something. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Let me. No, that's fine. I see that the Firearms blog has an article on the Liberty suppressors, the Zulu 5.56 upper. I think we spoke about that before. Yeah, Liberty's coming out with a 5.56 integrally suppressed upper.
Oh,
the future.
Where's that at? How far down is that?
Here I can send you a link. Boom. They have a couple of things that they're coming out with. They're integrally suppressed. They also have something called a whitetail that they're coming out with.
Guessing that's hunting.
Yeah, it's actually the what is it? The Ruger American 6.5 Creedmoor. Integrally suppressed. Okay,
I'm on board with that. I like the Ruger Americans.
Yeah. So can you imagine one of those integrally suppressed, yo?
We need a Elftman trigger for it though.
I don't know if Elftman is making triggers for those yet.
I know that's why hint Elftman. Come on.
Yeah, we've got the 700 trigger going. So
this is pretty cool. It's
I'm gonna try to.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Zulu Upper is built around an Odinworks custom profile 10.5-inch barrel with a titanium baffle system designed by Liberty Suppressors. Dave, I guess he goes by Dave. He makes some pretty cool designs.
Yeah, from Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him to come on in the next couple of weeks and show us these things.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Because I would like to see this. I'd also like to see the whitetail that I heard about that they put out. So
this is a one stamp upper, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
it's a 10.5 inch. It would be like my AR behind me because it's an 11.5 with a can, so it'd be somewhat like that with one stamp instead of two.
Integrally suppressed is the move. That's the future. I predict.
Says Hank.
So yes,
and bullpup. You need a bullpup.
Yes, integrally suppressed bullpup. Even better. Even better. So here we go. I did shoot this over the weekend. The SIG 365. Yeah, I shot it because I'm doing it. Thanks for ruining the punchline, you bastard.
I stole your thunder.
So I basically did a video like, should I switch from my Glock 43 to the P365? We did like I showed the holsters. This is a Harry's holster who's sponsoring the podcast. Shout out to Harrison from Harry's Holsters. You guys, if you use the code Hank Strange, you get 10% off everything at Harry's Holsters, except if it's on clearance. So there you go. And that helps support us, by the way. Helps
if you use the code Babyface, he knows to ship it directly to me instead of you. So go ahead and do that.
Gonna hold people's holsters ransom?
No, they're mine after that. They're not ransom.
And you use Harry's holsters for your
every day.
Yeah,
it's in the other room, but yes, I do carry one every day.
Yeah, so I'd like to know. I'm going to ask everyone out there who has a P365 or had. What's your experience with it? What do you guys think about it? The video is going to be going up soon. I just uploaded it. I think Lola's probably going to put it on Patreon as well as Gunstreamer. So if you support us through,
I did see it on Gunstreamer. It is up on Gunstreamer, but it's you gotta support the situation to be able to view that. And I don't you have to go through enough. So
you got to go through Contributus.
Yep.
Which I have it set at like $3. So if you support us for $3 a month, you'll get to see it on Contributus. So I know people are looking for an option that's not Patreon. So there you go. That's why we're doing it. And you guys saw Ashley from Gunstreamer who was here in the chat earlier. So, we're trying to transition people into that. It's your choice if you want to do it. In a couple of days, it'll be in wide release. Anyway, so let me know who has a 365 out there. What do you think about it? I carry my revolver in single action. Says thumbs down on it. I could tell you guys that we had issues with this bad boy. We had some issues.
What, it got wet in the rain?
No, it was in the rain. It wasn't the rain at all. But
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we had some failure to feeds and jams and things like that.
Do you have that with your Glock?
No, not at all.
So why change? Just because somebody says you might want to?
Yeah, Babyface, why did you change? And you have two of these, right, Patrick?
No, I have one.
You have one? Oh, okay. What's your experience with your one?
Mine has never had an issue. The first time I took it to the range was in the rain. I shot a few hundred rounds through it in the rain. Had no issues. I've just yet to have any issues with mine. But
I thought Marley had one of these also. Marley doesn't have one?
No, she's got a Glock 43.
So what were you using for ammo?
I was using Fort Scott on both of the guns. No issues. And I know Babyface has shot the Fort Scott stuff before.
We need to try it some more because I've only put like 1 or 2 20-round boxes through it. I haven't used a lot of it because I know honestly, their conical shaped bullets should make it easier to feed than harder to feed.
Yeah, I think it's the gun. I could tell you guys the first thing I noticed is loading up these 10-round magazines, which, Walter, you said, what's the reason? I think a lot of people are looking for better capacity.
That's why I changed.
Yeah, loading up these magazines, not easy. When I got to like 5 rounds, it became very difficult to load these magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you noticed with yours?
So no, mine, mine is like when I first got it, the 9th and the 10th round were tough, but definitely not the 5th.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I noticed. I don't know if that has something to do with the feed issues. I know that it got better over time. You know, I did have some problems sometimes just getting the slide to go home, you know, on the round. So, you know, when you release the slide on there, it would like catch up, just different things like that. Now, what I did, a good thing about it is I think that I was more accurate with the SIG.
That's good to know.
Than I was with the Glock. So you guys will see that. I don't like the and this is obviously I've been safety checking it, but I don't like the trigger on this. Listen. You hear that? That was the trigger.
Harrison was telling me the same thing. Him and I talked about 365s at one point, and he was saying that they've changed out something in the mechanism of the trigger has been changed since the first gen. I still have one of the old ones, and from what he says, the trigger is nicer in the original ones, but the problems were they were having some issue with it, so they changed it to the new style, and the new style sounds, for all I've heard, is that they're spongy sounding. Like they thud instead of click, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
They have like a thump sound instead of a nice crisp click sound.
Yeah. But it didn't, you know, I still think that I was probably getting the better accuracy with this over the Glock.
I think to me, it feels like a bigger gun in the hand to me.
Okay. So that's one of the problems. To me, this is not, it's like, it's thinner here. And then I can't get my fingers up under this. There's like no cut there or anything. So this feels thinner. This is for smaller hands.
I was gonna say maybe that's what it is because I have tiny hands.
Yeah, yeah. So my hands glove size is large. What size glove do you wear?
Small most of the time.
Yeah. So
I can't put for. You guys are welcome to make fun of me, but I can't put back straps on my Glocks because it makes them too big to hold.
Yeah. And then I see there's some people asking like what date it was. The born on date on this thing is, let me see, I'll tell you guys right now.
Let me go grab mine. Hold on.
It is on this one, it is the 4th of January 2019. So this is pretty new. I think it's gonna probably it seems like it maybe has like some kind of break-in, you know. How often do you see that in guns, Walter? Break-in periods.
That's a bad word.
Yeah,
that's a bad phrase.
Yeah, I didn't have to do any break-in with my Glock.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard that before, and I go, "Oh, sorry." I go, "What do you mean break-in?" It's like, well, break in, shoot a whole bunch. It's like, who's paying for that ammo for me to break in your $500 gun? No. It should work right out of the box. Shouldn't have to break it in. It's not a 1911. Oh, sorry.
Well, I think Patrick said you didn't have any break-in.
Not really. See, that's the other weird thing is I never really had any break-in issues.
Yeah, I don't. I think I agree with Walter. Who says that? Someone says, "I carry my revolver." Says I agree, Walter. That's a bad phrase.
Yeah.
What, break-in or something?
Yeah, break-in in your brand new.
Yeah. So I mean, you can listen to the trigger on this one.
It's kind of it has a, to me it's got a springy sound like
yeah, on Patrick's. But listen, so here's the trigger on this one. Guys, just listen to this. Listen. You hear that? That was the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, very plasticky, very plasticky.
Yeah, so I don't know. Mine hasn't given me any issues. As of yet. I'm 1,000 rounds in, and I haven't had any issues. But if you don't, for any gun, and this is for anybody out there, for every gun you own, if you don't feel that you can trust your life to it, don't carry it. There's no reason to.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's the thing. I would have to be, I would have to be at that stage where I'm like, hey, I could rely on this thing. I could.
Yeah,
trust
it doesn't. And when you get those first failures, the first time you take it out, it doesn't inspire confidence in you at all.
Mm-hmm.
Where my Glock 43s, again, I never had any issues, and that's a confidence-inspiring gun.
Yeah, yeah. So I think how many rounds do you have through yours, Patrick?
We're probably sitting right around 1,000 at the moment.
Okay.
But we need to see them side by side and see how they stack up next to each other.
Yeah, YNH says put a snap cap in it. Should sound and feel a little bit more crisp if it's like my P320. Yeah, I don't think I have any snap caps.
The other thing
right
that,
now,
that does wear in is the spring on top will eventually wear in. Because I remember when I first got mine, that spring is real heavy on the main spring on it is real heavy. So it does that obviously will loosen up over time.
Yeah. Okay. And the takedown is just you pull that back and then rotate this lever, right?
Yep, like that.
Okay.
And then it'll come forward and down.
Okay. There we go. So let's. Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, I'm not like well versed enough to know what they've changed inside.
Looks exactly like mine.
Yeah.
So. The changes they make are so minor that you're not going to be able to see them with the human eye. It's angular changes on certain areas and whatnot. It's not something you can just look at typically.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, I think that the big thing is in the hand. I just don't think it's meant for someone that has big hands. You'd have to somehow get into this. Like the Glock 43 has a better cut into the trigger guard here, so you can get your hand up onto that.
So one thing that I would hope somebody might come out with, these use that frame system that they wanted in the M17s that went to the military. It could be somebody could make a different lower that had a different grip or whatever that the chassis would sit into. I don't think anybody's doing that yet, but the chassis on this does come out from the frame or from the plastic housing.
So it does?
You could get a new grip module if somebody ever created one.
Okay. So this is a chassis system in here then?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same as the other ones that they're bringing out now.
Oh, so if you take out this pin, you can remove it?
No, hold on. Let me pull mine apart. So you have to take out your slide release and then your back pin back here. And then I believe the whole trigger chassis housing and everything comes out the top.
Okay.
It's good for cleaning too. But yeah, I mean, somebody conceivably could make a different grip angle, size, everything. But I don't think anybody's done that yet.
Yeah, Brian Quick says his Glock 48 runs just fine. And since Glock used the 43 fire control has been vetted. And then Connie Lingus wants to know if the chassis is serialized. Is it?
Yeah, so the chassis is serialized. The plastic grip is not.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like that. I haven't like taken it all out of there.
It's on the side, so you'll see the little cutout here on the side. That's where your serial number is.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
It's on the chassis, not the grip.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, somebody could make something different, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's no harm, no foul.
Yeah. And you know what? It's too bad they didn't put a loader in there.
Yeah, that's surprising that they didn't. Like the Glock comes with that little plastic thing.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to load. That's one of the things that I noticed. And no, it's not just me being weak. Yeah.
Let's see.
Walter, you got a SIG loader?
No, this is I used to have a Caracal. And this is the loader from the Caracal that I didn't go back with it when we got the refund on it. But
did we ever try that on this to see if it works?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I think I don't know. We'll keep messing around with it.
I just did that by hand and I got to 10 rounds. So as the springs wear in, it gets better.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you know what I'll do? Maybe with Patrick when we get together, we'll compare the two guns, see if we could figure out anything different going on with it and all that. And I'll do some stuff, but I'll put all of that stuff out there for you guys to check it out. And it should be coming up soon. Okay, here's the thing. Let me see. Can I pull up one of these?
What's that?
Did you guys hear about the Fox News reporter that hasn't washed his hands in 10 years? Did you guys hear about that?
No. What? Is it? No.
Yeah. Here, I'll throw it up just in case you don't believe me.
Hot Toast says he hasn't washed hands in 10 years.
Google it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Speaking on Fox and Friends, Hegseth said the infectious microorganisms did not exist because they could not be seen with the naked eye. I inoculate myself. His confession came after co-hosts Ed Henry and Jebediah Bila made fun of him for eating leftover pizza. My 2019 resolution is to say things on air that I say off air. His comments were met with both support and concern over social media.
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse is going to start from Fox News.
We live in a quote. We live in a society where people walk through with bottles of Purell in their pockets and they sanitize 19,000 times a day as if that's going to save their life. I take care of myself and all that, but I don't obsess over anything all the time.
Okay, he takes a shower, right?
Yeah, so I guess he
washes his hands.
Yeah, I don't really wash my hands either.
You put
that's
a bar
what Joshua Manning says. How does he? What do you mean you don't wash your hands?
I shower, and if I get my hands dirty, like working downstairs, I'll wash them. But I don't go out of my way to wash them like every hour or so.
No, I don't think anyone does that. But if you use the bathroom or something, you wash your hands, right?
Yeah. But that's really it. I mean, that's like the only thing other than if I have something on my hands. Otherwise, they stay dirty until I take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a weird.
Yeah. I don't know if this is really true for what he's saying, but yeah. Red Bear says he's messing with you.
He must be.
Yeah, I don't know how he would avoid it, but I know one thing. I'm not shaking anybody's hand at Fox News. I'll tell you that. That's not going to happen.
Halo, did you blow me? Bidet.
Yeah. Yeah. And Brick says over sanitizing can get you just as sick. I agree with that. All the over sanitizing stuff, that is really going to be where the zombie apocalypse comes from. I can tell you that. So I don't know if those other people at Fox News will be shaking his hands anytime soon. But I just thought that was interesting. That just came across the radar.
Yeah, I guess if my hands feel grody, like if I've been out in like a conference all day or like talking to people, picking things up, then yeah, I do wash my hands before I like eat something. So I guess
This is Pete Hegseth. Hegseth? Mm-hmm. How do you say that? Hegseth?
Hegseth? Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's who we're talking about. Does that gross you out, Walter? I sense that you're bothered by that.
It's not something that for example, if I didn't wash my hands and hey, Hank, guess what today? I didn't wash my hands. You want a hug? It's not like something you discuss like.
Yeah, why would you?
More info than I need. Okay.
Yeah. For 10 years.
Yeah, I just blew my nose in my hands. You want to shake hands? Come on. I didn't wash my hands in 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to wash your hands every 10 minutes or anything like that, but I mean, use the bathroom, wash your hands. You're going to eat, wash your hands. You're going to do this thing, like you shoot guns all the time. Like when you're done shooting guns, wash your hands really well.
Always. For anybody
I can't tell you how many times during the day that my hands are grubby, and to do the next thing I need to do, I throw some hand cleaner on them in the water, dry them off, I'm off, I mean, I don't go in and use even on my poor phone, which now has overspray on it from painting over the weekend. Well, it was late. It was sitting in the area I was painting, so it got a little bit on it. It's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. That's life in the big city. Mm-hmm. I got shit done this weekend, so that's good. But yeah, I'm constantly cleaning my hands because you just can't go in and use the computer when you got grease on your paws. It just doesn't work very well.
Yeah. So. Richard Hughes says, dog lick other dog's butt. Do you let them lick your face? Hell
no.
Yeah. What do you say? Okay, Babyface has nothing to
my
say.
Dog licks my face, but he doesn't lick other dogs' butts. That's weird.
How do you know that? I've seen him lick.
Because he lives with me all the time. He doesn't lick other dogs' butts. That's weird.
I'm pretty sure he's licked my dog's butt.
No, he has never done that.
Well, they sniff. I don't know if they lick each other's butts. They definitely sniff each other.
Sniffing is different than actually like licking it. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, that snout has gone in other dogs' posterior region.
I mean, doctors put their hands up people's butts all the time. So you're not going to shake their hands because of it?
Not that. Now that you reminded me, no.
You're gonna find a proctologist and say, nope, can't touch your hand. Sorry.
Yeah. Red Bear says, I French kiss my dog. I doubt it.
No, he doesn't.
Did you see the article I just linked? Have you guys talked about this?
Yes, the homeowner that shot this guy, and then on Facebook,
his occupation was listed as thief.
Yeah, thief. Yeah, we talked about that. You've got no standing in court, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The pants says you can wash your hands all day and night, but we just had a death by sandwich at my work on Saturday. What does that mean?
I don't know. I know what death by snoo snoo is.
Yeah, that's the way I want to leave this planet. Death by snoo snoo. You know, I'm not gonna put what people are now listing all the things that dogs do.
Elbow bump, dookie finger. What?
Dookie finger. What?
He licks his own penis. They do that.
And I just commented, you would do it too if you could.
No.
Oh, you know you would. Don't even.
No, you insane.
You had the ability. One lonely night in college, you would have been like, let me try.
Well, thankfully, I never went to college.
Yeah.
I guess this is what you did when you went to college on your lonely night.
I didn't Marilyn Manson myself. Hopefully somebody gets that reference.
That's there was, what's the name of the really famous porn guy? There's
Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy, yeah.
What about
that's some Ron Jeremy type stuff. Right there. No, sir. No, sir. I say to you. What the millennials are doing in college now, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. What is this thing about Netflix documentary someone's talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Netflix paid $10 million for the rights to the documentary.
Oh, something about what the Casa, whatever her name is.
For her documentary,
the nutty socialist.
No way. What is there to talk about? She was a stupid ass bartender up until she got elected.
You hear she got fired from a hot dog stand because she was incompetent?
How can you get fired from a hot dog stand?
When you're a ditzy, no-brain broad, that's how. Sorry.
Did you see her asking questions the other day on some panel she was on?
No.
It seemed like a child wearing her parents' clothing and came into work and took over for them for the day. It was just the shit she was asking was just ridiculous.
Like I said before, she's gonna get. And I heard mention they had a story about it on Fox that she's the best thing that could happen for the Republicans.
Yeah, so easy to point her out. Netflix reportedly paid $10 million for campaign documentary featuring Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So this isn't actually. It might not actually be true.
Could be.
Freshman congresswoman and meme queen. Are you retarded? She is not a meme queen. She is an idiot.
Yeah.
There is no meme queenery here.
What do you guys think about all the Democrats that are lining up to run for president?
They're all cannon fodder, my friend. Just pay attention. They're all cannon fodder.
Okay. We've got a lot of people in there so far.
They'll all go away in the end for somebody on it's in the system. It's
Hillary or
one of the big shots.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going to go away.
Bernie, do you think any kind of deal was made with Bernie?
I don't know. I don't know. I just love the socialists. Keep running your mouth. Keep talking. Keep it up.
Have you guys talked about the Glock 46 already?
What about the Glock 46? So what the hell is it?
Exclusive photos, the new German Glock 46.
I saw that. Yeah. It actually disassembles different and everything.
Yeah, looks like it has a rotating barrel or something.
Oh, because this is the special request.
Is that what it is?
Is this the Snowflake Glock?
The Glock 46, like other Gen 5 Glocks, has interchangeable backstraps and no finger grooves, but also has a much more pronounced beaver tail at the rear of the firearm. One of the most interesting features.
Everybody loves a very well pronounced beaver tail. I mean,
but it disassembles from the rear. You have to take that switch thing looking off the back.
You know what that's like? It
looks like a fun switch.
That's like the MC1.
MC1?
Yes.
That's how the Mossberg disassembles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, the way a regular Glock disassembles, you have to pull the trigger first, right?
You pull the trigger.
Well, what if you forgot and had a round in there as you're going to take it apart?
You rack the round out?
Well, I'm sure people have been shot or had accidental discharges doing. But yes, look at that. Look at that barrel. That barrel looks like it's completely different than a normal Glock.
It's got a rotating.
Yeah.
But is it a rotating locking lug as well?
Yeah.
It looks like it might have a cam system, like on the old shoot. What's the name of that gun that had a rotate? Beretta has one too. The Beretta PX4. Is it PX4 Storm?
So one of the Street Bog pistols or the Grand Power pistols
has a rotating barrel.
Yeah,
I hate rotating barrels. Ugh. While the Glock has have stated that the pistol was developed solely to fulfill the German police pistol requirement, the trigger pull disassembly procedure would probably also be popular with law enforcement agencies and militaries around the world. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Yeah. Someone wants to know if I've ever shot the Glock 18. Is that the full auto?
Yeah, we've shot it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yep.
It's not actually as unwieldy as I thought it would be. It was actually very controllable.
Yeah, nothing's all wieldy if you're prepared for it. I actually shot a 40. Was that converted? I shot a 40 caliber Glock full auto.
That
Eric from Iraq veteran had. I think there's video out there somewhere. I should make a snippet of that video and put it up on Instagram.
That's most of the time you see them. They're 9mm. So
yeah, he had a 41 and it kicked me back a little bit. You can, because I have some slow-mo of it somewhere. I was looking at that recently. You can see me just go back a little when I realized that it had a little bit more kick than I thought. But once you realize what you're dealing with, it's not so different. Cutso Joel wants a shout out, so shout out to Cutso Joel.
Hey guys, shout out.
So yeah.
Oh my God. So the Glock 46. What we got to translate newtons into foot-pounds. So they say that it needs to have the part of the requirement for the 46 was it needed to have a trigger pull of more than 30 newtons, which is it currently has an 8-pound trigger in it with 11 millimeters of travel. Ooh, that sounds horrendous.
That's a lot.
That's heavy and long.
Well, I guess they consider that a safety thing. So
yeah, it's like the police guns. The New York guns have what 10-pound triggers or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it uses a rotating barrel locking method rather than the standard Browning style tilting barrel method. Huh. They say the German media stress this is a rotating barrel offers more accuracy. I think pretty much any gun on the market is more accurate than the shooter.
So these are not going to be.
Yeah, they'll never get imported
here, right?
It's like the 25 and 26. They'll probably
Walter,
never see import.
I think you need to fuel up the corporate Safety Harbor jet
and fly us to go get one.
Yeah, and let's go to Germany and we can test it out.
Huh?
No.
I just said, huh. First thing I gotta have to find that jet first thing.
Yeah.
I think I mislocated.
I Wonder Woman's jet?
I misplaced it. Yes.
Yeah, Russ says he read an article that said it was made for German police.
Yeah. It looks like that's exactly what it's for.
Yeah.
Weird gun.
It's probably in the same place with the Glock carbine.
What, my jet?
Yeah. We'll never get our hands on it.
My jet. Yeah. Where did I misplaced my jet? Where is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
that was interesting that they would go to all that problem to basically design or redesign a pistol just for the German police. I mean, they did that with
before the 19X came out. They tried for the U.S. contract with the safety on the side. Oh, that's the other thing is I think this has an internal safety on the side, like a thumb safety.
Mm-hmm. Huh. What do you think about these reports that the military has checked out the SIG P320s and they're all good to go? Shit. Have you seen that?
No, but I don't know that I believe it.
I just threw up an article there.
Let's see here.
What is the headline? I'll read the headline. You can go through the rest of it. New report and testing confirms SIG Sauer modular handgun system is reliable.
So the problem here is, yes, I'm sure it's reliable. I'm sure it is. But the problem is you need to know that before you adopt it, not adopt it and then go, oh, okay, we tested it. It's actually all right.
Yeah, we got around to testing it now.
This is backwards. This is totally backwards.
Yeah.
And Keith Gregory wants to know, will Glock ever make a revolver? I'm pretty sure that revolver is right next to the carbine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
What, the revolver?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No revolver.
Yeah. Len Holt says they won't let you in, Hank. You can't go over there and check it out. In Germany.
Oh, look at this. Army's coming out with a new bullet. The XM1153 147 grain jacketed hollow point. Ooh. They look like Ranger tees. I don't think that's impressive at all, actually. I take that back.
What round is this?
It's a new 147 grain 9mm round. Jacketed hollow point 9mm round.
From who?
From well, it was a military specification. So it's like the 124 grain ball ammo. So I'm guessing it's just a specification that anybody can build to.
Mm-hmm.
But the M17 and M18 were supposed to take advantage of it, it looks like.
Okay.
It suggests it may be a variant of Winchester's 147 grain super unleaded, encapsulated FMJ round. So yeah, it looks like it's a Winchester round.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're using subsonics. I guess they see the benefit in having a heavy subsonic with a suppressor in the arsenal.
Yeah.
For anybody out there, I'm a snob. I love shooting 147s. I reload 147s, and I like shooting that over pretty much any of the other rounds.
Okay. Did I just crash out my? Okay.
You're still here.
Yeah. No, I think I crashed out my one of my browsers.
How many tabs do you have open?
A couple tags. Looking at news. Huh?
Lying about tabs.
A lot. Okay, a lot. All right, I'm closing some right now.
6.8 is coming soon. I don't know what that means. I
don't
own a Glock.
So if Pocahontas said that she's if she apologized and everything, why are we still talking about Elizabeth Warren? Let's see.
She's running for 2020.
Yeah. So her apologizing for, like, how do you claim to be Native American Indian, apologize, and then that's cool to run?
Democrat. You haven't figured that out yet? Gosh darn it. What happened in Virginia? Where's that story going?
That's insane. Those guys aren't going nowhere.
But I mean, where's the story now?
Yeah,
it's over. It's finished.
The media is going to let it die, yeah.
And he's going to continue going on just like, and all the other Democrats that came out and said, "Hey, I did blackface too." They're all gonna just move right along, because that was the whole idea of everybody coming out going, "Hey, he did it too." Because
it was like amnesty. It was like
everybody did it, right? So it's okay, right? Like a Nazi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's crazy.
I told you that was going to happen. It'll be in the news for a few days.
They're not going anywhere. None of
everybody will squeal like stuck pigs, and then after a while, they'll just forget about it. Done.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it works. He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
He's not going to quit. Come on.
Hell no. Well, because there's like 3 of them that would have to quit. So.
And then the guy that would end up would be a Republican. After all these people supposedly had these issues, the guy that next one in line would be a Republican.
That's why they would rather have the spawn of Satan.
Well, yeah, that's what they sell their soul to the, to the devil.
The devil.
The devil.
Devil. You got to say it with a B.
The devil.
Yeah, the devil.
The devil.
Yeah, that's from. Did you ever see the movie Waterboy?
No.
Seriously, Walter, this is.
I did hear the devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind. He was willing to make a deal.
Wow, look at you dropping rap lyrics.
That's not rap. That's Charlie Daniels.
I know. I
mean, that's redneck rap. That's what that is. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
It could be turned into a rap song if you wanted to.
I'm pretty sure someone has done it.
I probably have numerous times,
Yeah.
knowing what the heck is that.
Okay, Stonehenge mystery solved. What do you think about that?
What did they steal? What did they solve?
This mystery of Stonehenge. Although Stonehenge may be the most famous of Europe's megaliths, it's far from the only one. There are about 35,000 of these mysterious stone structures throughout the continent. Now, a new study suggests that an ancient culture that emerged from what's now the Brittany region of northwest France may have begun building these structures, a monument, some 7,000 years ago. Okay, that's
What's that?
yeah.
Okay,
what
That doesn't say
there?
yeah. Well,
It doesn't. Yeah. That doesn't
so what
say
they solve?
anything.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
I've heard the whole story. You know how they moved the rocks and all this stuff because anything can be moved with.
Yeah, all that's saying is when they were building it. They're not saying what it's for.
Oh,
I have a feeling that it was like a safe space.
it's kind of.
It's probably like an ancient safe space. No, too soon.
Did Oog touch you improperly? Go hang out at Stonehenge.
Yeah, you don't like that, Walter?
It's a worship space. Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever heard of ET Phone Home? That's what it's for.
Mm-hmm. The aliens built it. We all know that.
It's always about aliens. When one thing you can guarantee that a human will do in modern times, if they don't know what the fuck is going on in history, they blame it on aliens.
Did you guys see this one?
And then somebody writes a book about that particular time, and they make money off it. So
yeah, go ahead.
Russian region declares state of emergency after mass invasion of polar bears. Do you see this?
I thought the polar bears were challenged by the.
Let me see that. Let me see here.
Authorities in remote Russian Arctic region have declared a state of emergency after dozens of hungry polar bears overrun village, besieging residents. A team of specialists is flown into Novaya Zemlya.
Yeah, an archipelago. Yeah.
Yep. 52 bears have been spotted close to the archipelago's main population center, with 6 to 10 of them constantly inside the village.
I mean, there's spies. Fur coats, man. You can get a white fur coat right now.
There's spies in Russia in white polar bear suits.
Have you seen what's called 7.62 by 54? Comrade, all you need is Mosin Nagant and some bullets.
Oh, God. Could you imagine the world coming down on Russia if they killed 52 polar bears?
I'll be getting a free fur, man, right there.
I got news for you. If that was my village, them mofos would be down, baby. Yeah. I don't care what the world says. Polar bears are like,
they will eat you. They will eat you. They will hunt you and eat you.
They will tear you up from limb to limb and turn their coat red with your blood.
Polar. We think we're on top of the food chain, but polar bears will actually hunt and eat you. Not just kill you. They will
Red Bear says they were just looking for the new hot Adidas drop. You remember how
invasion of polar bears?
Do you remember at the Super Bowl, Big Boy, the rapper Big Boy?
Mm-hmm.
He had on a fur coat. Everyone was mad. All those Russians next week should be rocking fur coats.
Nice white polar fur coats. Keep you warm in the winter.
Yeah.
You know how many shekels you could get for a polar bear fur coat?
Oh, God. Who's going to buy it, though? France has already banned, like, every piece of animal
there's
kit
people
ever.
that'll buy that shit like you ain't never.
Take it to China. They'll buy it.
Freaking all those Muscovite bureaucrats that buy that shit in a second, man.
Chinese think like donkey penis is
the polar bear schlong.
Those Russian
bear schlong.
Turn into a cane, man. Pull it out and turn into a cane like a real bull penis.
Oh, God. Yeah, the Chinese buy that up.
Connie Lunga says polar bear hair is clear, not white.
I don't. Okay. It'll be red when that eats that poor Muscovite guy that Russian guy hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing when you start talking about wild animals and eating people, like attacking people, they lose their fear of us once we turn them into, we'll say, once we stop killing them. So they don't have any fear of you if they know you're not gonna. I mean, it's just
they ain't gonna do anything. Just go in and eat their garbage. Don't worry about it. They aren't gonna do.
Well,
crap
yeah. Another thing. That's why I said they're eating garbage. So guess what, folks? You need to either burn that garbage or do something to it, but don't leave it out in piles.
You take one polar bear, you string them up, and you leave them out on a pike so the others can see it.
you do the Romanian. What was the Romanian leader guy? Put the polar bear head on his
Vlad the Impaler.
Right? Yeah, Vlad.
You
put him out there.
Crows. They do that for crows. Crows won't mess around if you put a dead crow on in front of your house. Yeah. Oh yeah, crows are smart. They don't come around if you do that shit.
Yeah, they need to build a wall. Build
a polar bear wall. Yeah,
the polar bears will pay the wall.
So what do you guys think about the new Aladdin movie coming out? Did you guys talk about that at all?
No, oh my god, that's politically correct. What's happening?
Reddit's blown up with the memes about the new Aladdin movie.
Yeah, because
it's live action.
It's live action. First of all the stupid ass Disney live action movies.
Why would you
stop?
It's live action and it's got what's his name?
Will Smith.
The genie. Will Smith is the genie.
Yeah, but they put out photos of what he looks like as a genie.
It's ridiculous. And then somebody posted this on Facebook, which
funny. in the animated thing, Robin Williams was a genie, right?
He was brilliant as the genie.
Yes.
Yeah, but why do we need what the animation was awesome. We don't need to do another one.
Can Will Smith?
No, it's not.
I don't see it. I just don't. He's not crazy enough to be the genie.
Yeah, right now what he's doing is getting every payday possible.
Oh yeah. He did the YouTube in review or whatever, year in review because it's payday.
When you rub a can of Four Loko, this is the genie that comes. Isn't this your boy, that rapper that you like?
It's Post Malone, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
He looks like a
What
hobbit.
the hell?
Post Malone looks ridiculous.
Thanks for showing me that.
There you go.
I think he needs a fire hose, man.
He looks like he'd smell really bad.
Oh, I don't
understand why they have to redo these cartoons. These cartoons,
I don't either.
Perfect.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Well,
it's
there's lack of imagination for stuff.
But Beauty and the Beast was so horrible, man. It was such a freaking social justice nightmare.
That's why I never saw it.
What, like the one
that
I didn't see the live action thing.
No. I didn't either.
Recently they did one. I think it had Hermione in it. The Harry Potter.
And the other one coming out. Did you see that? They're bringing out another Ghostbusters, but the cast of the all females Ghostbusters is mad because the guy is saying that he's the person who's directing the new one coming out in 2021 or something like that.
That's the original director's son.
It's the original director's son, and he's saying that he's going to basically retcon everything that happened in the women's movie.
Well,
so they're all mad about it
because it was a ginormous flop.
Yeah. So he's like, no. Basically, what we're doing is we're gonna bring back, and it's just gonna continue where Ghostbusters 2 left off. So we're just gonna pretend like the women's one never happened.
I want to see Annie Potts as the secretary because she was freaking.
They were women in the first and second ones.
Yeah.
They were awesome women in there actually. Sigourney Weaver.
Oh God, and that
swing.
That's the picture, the painting. That thing freaked me out as a kid.
Ugh. Vigo or whatever.
Yeah, Vigo, whatever. Yeah. That freaked me out.
I want that Annie Potts secretary thing again. With the
glasses.
You like the secretary? You like
the nerdy glasses?
Yeah, the nerdy glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they listen. If it's not broken, you don't
fix it, fellas.
Yeah.
Maybe what are you gonna do? You're gonna come make a new Terminator and make him politically correct? Are you gonna? We could bring John Rambo out and make him politically correct.
Oh my God! Did somebody just say Sinbad was the best?
Sinbad was the best. What?
Lynn Holt. He never was a genie. If you didn't know this, Sinbad never played a genie, and we came from a wrong universe. I'm just saying. Look up the oh God, what's it called? The Mandela effect. Look up the Mandela effect. Sinbad was never played a genie in a movie.
I have no idea what you're talking
exactly.
about.
Yeah, if somebody out there is going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm from that universe. When you had kids, Hank, both you and Walter, what were the Bernstein Bears called?
The Bernstein Bears.
How did you spell their name?
Like a Jewish guy?
Bears?
It's not. That's not how it's spelled.
Or
it's
Bernstein?
Is it
Bernstein?
Bernstein. I don't remember actually.
Okay, Babyface P has probably melted down.
No, these guys know what I'm talking about. Somebody out there is going to know what I'm talking about. It's the Mandela effect. So if you look now, it's spelled what The internet says is it was originally spelled Beren Stain, and I swear to God, as a kid, it was Stein. There was no way it was Bernstein. There's no way. So yeah, it's called the Mandela effect. We're misremembering. But it's
my kids never watched Bernstein or Bernstein Bears.
You never had those little golden books or whatever when they were kids?
No.
Oh man, they missed out. They had a terrible childhood.
No, they didn't do that. Speaking of their childhood, they did watch Bad Boys 1 and 2. So that's something I want to see Will Smith doing, Bad Boys 1 and 2. Like, you never watched Bad Boys 1 and 2? You know where that comes from? You know where that question? Did you ever watch Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2? Okay. I can't believe it. You guys.
No, I don't know what that is. I've seen Bad Boys 1 and 2 though.
Hot Fuzz.
Oh,
the movie Hot Fuzz. Yeah. You never watched Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2? Yeah, that's the movie. Shit just got real.
Darth Vader said, "Look,
at this point, though, I think in Bad Boys 3, I think we've talked about this before. Bad Boys 3 is like geriatric Bad Boys. There's no way Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, they're gonna have to have CG people running around and chasing people. That's what I think will be funny, man. If they're just old and crotchety. I actually saw Will Smith put out a video on this where they were like taking pictures, just like they did in the stupid, what you call it movie, Arabian Nights. But the pictures came out. Let me see. That's the picture that started that whole thing, right? Let me see if I could pull that up. You guys have no clue what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Will Smith picture. That's what I thought. That's what I thought Patrick was going to post. The Will Smith Aladdin picture.
Oh, you want me to pull it up?
I thought that's what you were going to put up.
Oh, do Bad Girls with Penelope Cruz and Selma
Just
Hayek?
search Will Smith Genie.
He's creepy looking.
Well, they've just changed it. There was a different one before.
Here, I got a
and they changed it now to a different one.
There you go. There's a picture.
All right, let me take a look.
Well, this is different from the first one that they put out. This one is darker. Look at the first one. Yeah. If you search Will Smith Genie, you'll see the first one. There's a lot of memes out there.
Like he was too blue. He was less blue or something.
Or just scarier looking, or what?
Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the exact picture. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to put this up there so you guys can see. See, a couple of weeks, not even a couple of weeks.
He looks like the guy from Mortal Kombat.
Okay, look at this.
Goro. If anybody remembers Goro from Mortal Kombat, the four-armed guy, he looks just like him, actually.
Okay, I just put out the picture that they originally put out a couple of weeks ago.
He's too happy.
He looks very blue.
Yeah. That was the original thing that they put out, and people were like, oh, hell no.
Can you be blue face?
You look at that article.
So they're not painting him. They're doing it all post-production, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Ugh. I'm assuming like in Marvel and stuff like that, they just put little tags all over you.
Yeah.
And then they could keep changing. So if people don't like this, they'll change it again.
Well, I mean, let's see here.
Listen, you just can't. This movie should not be remade.
It just shouldn't be done.
No,
God, just should not be done. But
the saddest thing is, I was reading today that they wanted to use the original, what's his name, Robin Williams, his original acting, and some of his like things that were cut from the original movie. Use him in the movie, but his estate, there was a clause in his thing saying no. Which is really sad because he was like the best part of the movie. Like honestly, he was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I think if you go back in the trivia for that, you'll find out they somehow screwed Robin Williams over. That's why he never did another one. Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah, it happened. It happened, and it continues to happen.
Yeah, right here. Today I learned that after Robin Williams' death, Disney wanted to make a new Aladdin movie featuring his unused genie outtakes from the previous film. However, it was forbidden by a special clause in Williams's will, leading to Disney scrapping their plans.
He said in his will, please, motherfuckers, don't.
It was just a middle finger saying, screw you, Disney.
Yeah, when I die, don't let... Because remember, Robin Williams does a lot of outtakes. and stuff like that. So I'm sure they realize, like, hey, we've got So check this out. Just a top tip to people out there trying to market their guns: do not refer to your guns as the iPhone of guns.
Unless you want to get some serious law stuff on your ass.
So Army's, this is on Fox News, Walter. Army's next rifle to be the iPhone of lethality.
Oh, that was the stupidest freaking thing I've heard in my life. I gotta go off on this. These latest releases about these Army guns, where they're just like going to be more powerful than a tank's main gun and stuff. It's like, what physics? What are you talking
physics
about?
only work so well. You can't break physics. The laws of physics are the way they are. There's no breaking that.
I don't care how many electronic gizmos you hang on the side of that rifle. They're all going to break in the end. They're all going to be obsolete in a year. And you're going to still have that same old crappy rifle that you've probably had for the last 50 years. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't build a gun that you can't drop into any situation, any environment.
That's why AKs are awesome.
Etc. Yeah. You need stuff that you can drop anywhere. By the way, 904 Outdoors, relative a little bit to what you're saying, just because I want to harass you, Walter.
No, I'm answering him right now.
Yeah. He says, Walter, what's going on with the 50 cal SHTF uppers?
All right.
We need one, can't order anymore.
A little update here. We were supposed to maybe hear something supposedly last week. I guess that was misinterpreted as I guess in some circles, 2 weeks is the funny laughing thing. Oh, 2 more weeks. But anyways, we heard from the guy who said that it was going to be about a week, and he said it's probably going to be a couple more weeks. If there's
no shutdown, right?
Or that wasn't brought up, but I guess the people who are doing some of the reviewing have been busy with criminal investigations, and that overrides us poor guys waiting on determination so we can make a living. And like I said, like I told you earlier, if the government shuts down on Friday, I don't expect to hear anything for a month. So
yeah, I think we're going to get a government shutdown Friday.
Man, if I could predict that, I would bet on it.
No, let's all make predictions right now. Let's all get on the record, make a prediction.
Yes.
I say yes.
At least for a few days again.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, probably so.
Nancy Pelosi is not giving in to Trump anytime soon.
And I am all for it. And it affects me even though it affects me.
Well, they should have never unshut down the government. That's the thing. Like when the government was shut down, he shouldn't have made a deal where he didn't get anything out of the deal except time.
Right. You don't. Yeah.
Because now she's just going to go, oh, we could keep doing this, baby, till we get to the next election.
Yeah.
And then I saw somewhere that the airlines want to, if there's a shutdown, I think the stewardesses and stuff like that want a shutdown of the airlines.
Why? Is that a
so they can make the people feel the pain?
Yeah, I guess whatever.
Richard Hughes says no shutdown, just an emergency declaration. I think we're going to have shutdown, or Trump is just going to drop it all together.
Well, you know what I heard today about the wall is if the governor of Texas requests, I forget how it was termed, that is reason to do this state of emergency thing, or at least in Texas, and Texas is majority of the wall. So they'll get the wall put up, and they'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
I mean, the hell with the Democrats and all that stuff. So I know. Yeah. I don't get it. One side is screaming that people are dying of drugs and overdoses from oxy and this and that and the other, and more majority of that stuff is coming through that southern border. But when it comes time to put that wall up and stop that stuff, it's like, can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah,
that's immoral.
Yeah, that's going to be a cluster, as Walter says. 817 LDS says, Hank, Walter, remember the depleted plutonium in the ammo for A-10 Warthog destroyed tanks in a few rounds? Will that come to America's weaponry?
We already have
depleted uranium. Depleted uranium's in the weaponry. I mean, it's not going to come into civilian stuff. But
yeah, it was in tanks, right?
When you shoot that depleted uranium, if you go messing around in the area where that you breathe that stuff, bad juju, Bwana.
Yeah, there's more than a few American soldiers got cancer off of that,
or sick from that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very effective, but you don't want to mess with it after it's been fired. So, because that's heavy metal stuff. So yeah, you don't want bad juju.
I say just leave all that kind of stuff alone.
Yeah, I mean,
and Rodney Brady says Americans love their drugs. A wall will stop nothing.
Well, you know what? Let's try it. See what happens, my friend.
We're not seeing a wall anytime soon. So,
well, there's
already walls. There's already walls. There needs to be better border security.
Look at other countries. Hungary put up a nice fence with barbed wire and some parts of it electrified, and it cured their problem of the people coming from the through Hungary, and most of it stopped completely. So.
I've been telling you guys the solutions to this for
zombies and all this.
Yes, crisis actors. Employ those crisis actors.
I don't want no more union thugs down there.
Employ them as zombies. Put them on the border. When people see the zombies on the border, they'll be like, "Oh, we don't want to go to America. There's a zombie apocalypse." You can get like news footage of a zombie apocalypse in America or whatever. Just take something from what is it, World War Z or whatever. Put it all out there. People are like, "Oh, don't go to America. The zombie apocalypse is on." No, Walter. No. Oh, well. What can I do? If I can't convince Walter, I can't convince anyone. The Juice says #Union Thugs. Yeah. I think the movie industry we should take all our prisoners, put them on the border, put them in zombie makeup on the border. It's gonna end it right there.
Okay,
it's a good idea. What do you think, Babyface? You're the voice of reason.
Zombies are definitely never going to happen. Zombies are as likely as a wall at this point.
If we put zombie actors, I'm not saying real zombies.
No, we need real zombies. We need to turn people into zombies and bury them up to their waist all along the southern border.
Hey, we got enough damn alligators here in Florida. Just dig a trench, put some water, and throw the alligators
in. If you just put a bunch of snowflakes down there, they'll look like zombies anyway.
Oh, see, the aliens are coming.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Listen, that's enough for FreeForAll Monday. We got to wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Babyface, what are you getting up to? How can people follow you out there?
Man, now that I'm back from work, check out baby_faceP on Instagram. I'll be posting some stuff. Besides that, I'm waiting on a couple parts to come in for this, and then we're going to be building a roll-in special eventually. That's pretty much it.
All right.
What kind of special?
Roland special. That's the one where it's got the Surefire and the comp on the front. It's really cool.
Yeah. The Patrick Roberts of the Firearms Rack.
He's a huge fan.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, if that's going to be the case, then it has to do this. This noise has to constantly be going on.
Yeah, it's an overly complex Glock, basically. It's a Glock with all
every upgrade match. Yeah, all the fixins on it.
All the fixins on it. And that's what I actually saw at SHOT Show, the company that makes them. They're cool, but I don't know. I don't know if But listen, you're going the right route to do it. You're making a low budget roll-in special. Yeah, I would like to see Walter take his high point and make that a roll-in special.
Oh God, a roll-in high point.
Speaking of the high point, I do want to get a. Not a Trijicon RMR, but another, probably a UTG RMR, and I am going to mill a flat on this mofo, and we're going to put a
nice.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to see.
Rolling special that high point. Rolling special,
and then we'll go out and maybe get a case of 45 and abuse ourselves. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Let's do it. I want to see it.
Yeah, we can make it happen. Okay, Walter, how can the people follow you, keep up with you, figure out what's going on with the SHTF 50s?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and you'll see some tweets as a result of that. Stay tuned. Hopefully you hear something pretty soon. It's getting kind of old. I guess I'm a victim of the old government fast track system. They use that term fast track. So that's as soon as you hear fast track, you get put on the side track. Anyways, I'll keep my comments to myself.
You already spoken it, so whatevs.
You take the rubber training knife and just. Anyways, no, it's not that bad, really. So yeah, we're working on stock stuff right now. Hopefully, pretty soon we'll have MP5K stocks back in stock. Working on full size MP5 RS stocks, and everybody's asking for street bog. Just hang out. We're gonna be building those street bog stocks too. Just patience, grasshoppers, patience.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to remind everyone out there one more again. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, ring the bell, hop around on the foot and do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Yeah.
Down the night.
Right. That's how you get notified that we're doing this. We'll be doing it again tomorrow. Lola, who's coming on tomorrow? Oh, Lucretia Hughes tomorrow. Really? Yeah. It's going to be hot up in her.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of energy there. A lot of energy.
It's gonna be on tomorrow, Lucretia, and then I think on Wednesday we have Skip Tactical, right? Yeah, this is Ladies Week, so we've got Skip Tactical coming on Wednesday. I don't know if you met her. She's in the Air Force. She's stationed here in Florida, and she's a trainer.
She was hanging out with Kevin Dixie.
Yeah, very nice young lady. She's going to be coming on. Lucretia will be on tomorrow, bringing it. Walter, are you going to be here? I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
Okay.
We will see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out.
Boom.
Peace.